Ayubowan Buddhism. Today we are gathered here to discuss about the practical usage of our Vishwaprani healing spiritual concepts. So I would like to invite Bhagya to start our program. So Bhagya, what is your idea regarding this?
I would like to talk about the practicality of spirituality and the practicality of life. How we can use spirituality in our practical day-to-day life. When you are practicing this philosophy, if I take this as a person with my life, actually I would like to say that I am a very cultural and also sometimes religious person. I have been brought up in such a way with my family background, and being a lady also, I have to adhere to the cultural and mostly religious values that is in the Sri Lankan society. So it is something that spirituality is something that I always try to understand how I can apply that in my life. Being that cultural woman, being that religious person in a society like this, how I can apply that. Actually, there are sometimes difficult moments where I face that I am unable to apply that. But after coming to Vishwaprani Foundation and being a member of that, now little by little I am also learning how to apply being a spiritual person, how to understand the reality of this world, and how I can practice that in my life. It is not easy, definitely not, but still we have to practice that so that we can be free of our mind, because ultimately at the end of the day, when you are a spiritual person, when you have an understanding and awareness of the world, you are free of your mind. You don't take baggage, and you don't like in Lord Buddha says, when you cross the river, leave the baggage behind and go. But I am in that level, but I do carry a baggage. But day by day, when I practice this, it is getting lesser and lesser. With that, let's start the discussion. But what I said is that my experience and my practical life that I face. I'm sure the others also have their ideas to tell about that. Hareendra, is there anything?
Yes, Bhagya, I think it's a good point to continue the discussion. I mean, actually previously when we were having a discussion at previous one, then you explained this is a mind creation. If everything is a concept, if it is so, why you have such a barriers? I just want to know. Then you might be explain. I mean, if there are cultural or if there are religion or whatever, we all are like that. I mean, but previously you explained something different than this one. Then how come it can be happen then? If it is a mind creation, if it is a concept, everything, I mean, if it is a perfection in your five sense,
why
are you having those barriers? Please explain us.
Yes, the barriers are there still for me. I am also trying to identify and understand that, but sometimes I feel, yes, conceptually you can say this is a mind creation, but practically when you are in a life, now if you take a lady taking alcohol in a community gathering, you have alms giving, dana, pinkam or whatever, or even a party. People sometimes they tend to look at you in a different way when a lady takes alcohol. Like that, I do face things like that. I know it is a mind concept, that these are all concepts, but sometimes in reality when you have to live, you have to understand it and live like that also. Otherwise, my husband might say something, or a relation might say something. Sometimes it might not look good look for the place that you are working, and to the society also. That I understand, and with that approach, I might not take alcohol at a place like that. Similarly, I'm sure you all also come across issues.
Yes, it is just like, I mean, it's a cultural fairness. No, I think so. I mean,
Actually, yes.
you might like, but if there are cultural barriers, then your relations are there, then you are not doing the things such a thing. But you might like, I mean, you might like to have some alcohol, but because of the others, why you are going to, why you ignoring those things? If you have something to get for your happiness, but you are trying to stop because of the others. If it is a mind creation, you are the one who create everything, whole world. Why?
I think it limits you
Yes.
from enjoying your life, isn't it?
Exactly, it does. I don't at that time in a situation like that. I don't work according to my self-conscious. My heart says something, but I do something else. So actually, there is a conflict. That's for conflict of interest with the spirituality and my practice.
I am adding something, but your self-conscious is okay to do something, to whatever. Why? Actually, there is a problem. I mean, there might be a problem. We all, if someone is trying to be spiritual, if there is a flow, I mean, it's just like we are. It's a flow. Why then? Still, I am not satisfied with your answers. I mean,
Yes,
what's your take on culture?
So tell that again.
What's your take on culture?
Culture, I think, is for a long period how they have practiced in the society.
But we have gathered.
What we have gathered, normally they say the lady should wear a sari. When you go to school, you should wear a sari. Ladies don't wear shorts and go out. So people, they look at you in a different way. If a lady goes to club, then okay, she's going.
That's why those are cultural barriers.
People will take it in a different negative way. Like being in a Sri Lankan society where a woman is mostly taking care of the household and the children, and the man going out and working and earning. So when it's in that society, I adapt to that. That is my my way of addressing this issue, because I know if if I want to take alcohol, I can go and take it with my husband at home. But it is not happy.
We are not telling, it's not, I mean, by forcefully not to do it, but just, I mean, if you have you would like to have, but because of cultural barriers, whatever, but you are not having that because of those things. That is not, I mean, if you are trying to be a spiritual, whatever, I mean, if you are
making myself try to be free of all this.
It is something, I mean.
Well, anyway, that is a good point, Hareendra, that you are saying. I also know about that. But I will try to now think a bit out of the box and try to make myself, make a more awareness of this and try to be free of this. But at the same time, not to create any problem to the others also, and
it is must. You don't want to create the problem with the others and yourself.
Yes.
It is must. But
that is the Vishwaprani philosophy.
Yes, just keep it in your mind and then do what you want. That is the philosophy.
At the same time, find my freedom also.
Yes, according to, I mean, self-consciousness, and then do whatever you want. If there are any cultural barriers, whatever, I mean, personal things, there are so many things. Why you don't want to stop those things? If you are so conscious with yourself things, then it's okay.
Without
happiness that's most important in our life.
Without following your desires, will you be able to attain enlightenment? Do you think?
Actually,
following our desires and passions is the most closest thing to the spirituality.
exactly. Now, I understand what you are saying. Now, if I go to follow my desire, yes, I will. There won't be any barriers. There won't be any fear for me. What you are saying is correct, because when you have the barrier, you are getting more far away from understanding yourself, have a self-awareness of yourself. That is what I am trying to do right now. Little by little, I will try to come out of this cultural and the religious, the frame that I am in. Unfortunately, it's not easy to take up, break those barriers immediately, but little by little, I am making myself free. But actually, as Hareendra and Rajitha said,
Aren't the beliefs that you have in your mind was created by the people out there in the society?
actually, what I have learned all these things is from my parents and from my family, from the school, from the society. Yes, those are the beliefs that they have taught me. These are the values of our system. These are the cultural values. So, I feel that sometimes I should abide by those rules and live my practical life so that I won't have any fear, and I will not get into any unwanted problems, or my family will not get any negative feedback or anything like that. You think, what do you all think about that actually?
Actually, as you explain, then I'm not agree with that. I mean, if you have such a fear, then you, I mean, as you explain, and now you express something different. I mean, you still have a fear like that. Then why?
Yes.
If it is so, I mean, if you are gathering something from outside, then is there any fear? You can add something for it. I mean, it's a problem.
Yes, that I understand that contradictory with the philosophy.
Yes. If everything created in your mind and things you are gathering from outside, so then you finally told that, I mean, there is a fear, or you are a fearless, but we can't agree.
Now, that is the point actually where I have to understand and learn myself to be that, to come near to the spiritual, come near to that spiritual level. Actually, these are the barriers that is putting me back from reaching that status. But day to day I am practicing that. It's not easy for me in my sense, but then as Hareendra, Rajitha, and even from the guidance from our Guru, I am practicing that. So previously I was even worse than this, but now those days I did not take any alcohol, but now I take at least a bit. If there is a function, according to the function only, but still I do have barriers, and little by little I am also trying to understand this world, and that to release my barriers and take look into the other opportunities also, because at the end of the day, the essence is that when I am doing it now, when I am also exploring this, I feel a lot of relief. But at the same time, I think look into the other things also, where not to do like really unwanted things, but even when you take alcohol up to a level only, and then because if you exceed, then you created unwanted problems to yourself and to the outsiders. So and that is also the practical form of our Vishwaprani spiritual community, practical side of the how we practice, where we do not harm ourselves, at the same time we don't harm the others.
Yes.
And in between that, we explore our spirituality and understand the world.
Actually, we should clearly tell the others, I mean, we are not trying to, promote the alcohol. This is, we got as an example.
As an example.
If somebody wants to have something, then there are barriers, we are talking about that. So, now, are you agree with us, with our philosophical things?
I am totally agreeable with the philosophy of this Gurukula. I do have, as I said, whatever the barriers, or the frames that I am in, little by little, with the help of with the Guru's advice and all the companions, I am taking one day at a time to learn all these things. But I am sure the others also may have faced similar things.
Such incidents.
Shamika?
Yes, Bhagya. Actually, we in the society we don't live individually, so we have to live with our parents and others as well. So they culturally they have
Expect something from us.
Yeah, they expect from us that values, some family values like that. So those limits are with us, but actually sometimes we suppress our desires and live with to fulfill their enjoy. So actually in this philosophy, after exposing to this philosophy, I also understood that we have to explore our desires and we have to fulfill them without harming ourselves as well as others as well. So I think that is a good point. So otherwise so the ultimate objective of this life is to happiness. As of philosophy, that is happiness. So without exploring ourselves, so we won't able to reach that level. So I think we can enjoy and fulfill our lives without harming ourselves and as well as others. So for that we should know our limits as well as. So likewise you told that the drink. So for the alcohol example. So likewise. So we want to add something, Hareendra?
I would like to add something now. Darshi said that point. Actually, I think I missed a bit on that point where she said that this is all being taught to us from outside. Yes, actually all these we are carrying all these values that we are learning, and what we are practicing right now is what are the values which is being taught from the others. So we think that this is the correct, this is what I want. What the others want is what I want. So exploring that desire, as you said, what Hareendra also said, what do you really want? That is where the point comes. Where spiritual awakening comes. Is that what you want? Actually, that is not what I want.
Yeah.
I like to have some drink, not to have a drink in that sense, but going to a party. I would like to go to parties and enjoy, meet people and travel a lot. Like that. So those things which I am presently unable to do. Actually, what we have to understand is that we are this being limited. It is from the outside knowledge that has been given to us and told us this is how you should be, this is what you should do. It is the desire of the others. It's not what I really desire. So when I try to find out what my desire is, then that Vishwaprani, our practical solution should come where I do not harm myself and not harm the others as well. And then reach my spiritual goal. So,
as a conclusion, then our philosophy says happiness.
Finally, it's the happiness.
Happiness.
We have to find that happiness through whatever the barriers, because we know that this is all a concept.
Obey your self-consciousness, then find out your happiness.
Actually, I think we have made a good discussion today. As well as I also think we have valued that as Vargas said earlier, we value the things as taught by society and our parents and like that. So I am grateful that I have joining here in my youth age as well as. So actually, I think if you don't have any further things to discuss, then we will wind up the discussion for today, and we will hope to see you again with such a valuable topic in next program.
Hi everyone.